Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Silver Violet Flame. I just thought I would jump on very quickly and have a wee look at these lights that have been highlighted at the back of Sebastian's home. I have a video here from the mob crew. This guy is brilliant. He's been out actually in his own car at night time and taking measurements and looking into cars that are the same height and that would follow the route that he has evidence from people, neighbours that he's gathered. He's talking to law enforcement here. I play this first. This is very interesting. There is, as we all allege, my opinion, not fact, have deducted that law enforcement are being quite fishy and withholding a lot of evidence from the public, and he talks about this at the beginning here, so that's where I would like to start. I hope you can hear it okay. The mob crew, shout out to the mob crew, this guy's great.
We're supporting this channel, and Angel P, love the pic there. Thank you so much for becoming a member.
End of the yard, and then it cuts diagonally to the house next door. That's their backyard, and that's the direction which the dogs take off. Now after that,
this is a combination of the path the lights were going, and according to what Chris Proudfoot claims, the direction of where the scent dogs went. In my opinion, it's clear that they are taking the same exact path. According to my overlay, Chris Proudfoot. Good to see what the neighbors have mentioned. They all line up. Is this just some crazy coincidence? I believe not. Yeah. How is this scent? Now, again, for those that have seen this footage, I'm going to show something different. I threw on some negative, which actually, as I mentioned earlier, helps you see it in a different light. Knows the neighborhood and some of the neighbors very well. While I share the new information told to me, I will be showing a recreation of the events that allegedly happened that night. Now we know more. Footage has been released, but in my opinion,
At Amazon, discover electrifying offers. 5,000.
I thought I was going to start there. Sorry, I just jumped on really quickly. I'm not prepared, but I like to go, when I feel the energy behind me to jump on about these things. I thought I was going to start with the policeman being interviewed there, but that was even very interesting as well. Those cards there, explaining that video that where the dogs, they followed the scent straight through 5D portal, not going to the left, not going to the right, up or down. They were going straight through to the area that was being highlighted by the investigators, by the unofficial investigators, revealing the strategy. So I'm going to go now and see if I can find that one.
There's great daily deals on Amazon.
Does smoking a bacon flavoured vape in
Sorry
a
about
vegan
these
food truck
adverts.
sound like an accident?
Get rid of them.
Passively.
Okay, so I just want to play something because I remember when I told you guys how they kind of originally, the live video came out, and I know one YouTuber, I'm sure maybe there's some others, said that the floodlights are here, and even the locals had thought, oh, okay, that's where the lights are at, and they were coming across the street, and that's what they thought were going on. Well, check this out. This was, I thought this was very fascinating. Where are you? Oh, there you are.
There's been an exhaustive search for Sebastian Rogers, but with few updates from authorities in recent weeks, some have wondered, is enough being done?
We're doing everything we can do. Every time a tip comes in, we follow up on it.
Eric CRADDOCKS is chief deputy with us.
Yeah, we could talk about Craddock and how he, I believe, some possible corruption. But I'm just going to go to his interview right here where he talks about the lights. And then I want to show you something that pops up when they're talking about it.
Any evidence of foul play?
We have not cleared anyone, but we have absolutely no evidence to support foul play.
I asked about exclusive home security video of
The celebrity card is highlighting the timeline issues. Okay. Hired, change of plans. We're talking about the law enforcement here. This is a law enforcement officer being interviewed here. How honest is he being? Let me just go back a little bit more and listen up.
The street, and that's what they thought were going on. Well, check this out. This was, I thought this was very fascinating.
Sebastian Rogers, but with few updates from authorities in recent weeks, some have wondered, is enough being done?
We're doing everything we can do. Every time a tip comes in, we follow up on it.
Eric Craddock is chief deputy with the...
Yeah, we could talk about Craddock and how he, I believe some possible
Craddock?
corruption.
Possible corruption?
But I'm just going to go to his interview right here.
Is there possible corruption? Allegedly, in my opinion, when it comes to Craddock. Drugs, poison. One more card, please, about that. Perversion. Okay, let's play on.
Here where he talks about the lights, and then I want to show you something that pops up when they're talking about it.
Any evidence of foul play?
We have not cleared anyone, but we have absolutely no evidence to support foul play.
I asked about exclusive home security video obtained from the neighborhood the night Sebastian disappeared. You can see two suspicious light sources, which we've circled here, in an area behind the teen's home.
Yeah.
Since we first...
So look at that, and I thought that was really interesting. So, he had it. Nick Bears knew, and obviously he talked to the homeowners. That's where he got it. And so this just kind of confirms that the home, they knew where the lights were at, and it makes it, the reason why I wanted to show this is it just frustrates me more. Because, look, now this is obviously
They knew where the lights were at. We have conspiracy theory party celebration. They knew. They celebrated the fact that they knew. Assassination murder card there. Play some more.
they did maybe a Google Earth.
Cards are all
I
mixed
took a
up.
picture, make sure I got my window shut. And look where they have it. I know it's probably small, so I'll show you on this. But obviously this was coming from the news, so they knew. I mean, look at that. So if you're not familiar with what we're looking at, this is Roger's home right here. This is where the floodlights are at. This is the direction the lights go. So
Secret
he had it.
weapon.
Nick Barris had it in this interview, day one, where those lights were at. So I just kind of thought that was interesting.
It's the secret, keeping it to
But then
themselves.
the answer that he gets from Craddock is just,
Since we first aired the video last month,
Cracks me
authorities
up.
have said no evidentiary value.
It is of no evidentiary value.
Can you tell me what those lights
It
are?
is of no evidence or value. Self-sabotage, trafficking. The movement, that is.
No,
Why?
because the investigation remains ongoing.
And so it could play a role down the road depending on developments?
We don't know what we don't know.
we're going
don't
to turn
know
that
what we
into a
don't know.
t-shirt. We don't know what we don't know. It cracks me up every time I hear it.
Home safety, you're talking about security cameras, aren't you? So that's confirming that it will play its part further down. They're trying to conceal the fact that they know about these lights. Let's continue.
Oh my God, that statement. And then of course,
So yes, it could play a role.
So many are, of course, closely...
It has no evidentiary value, but it could play a role. Anyway, but
Is he lying through his teeth, Craddock? Follow the paper trail. Tell me more. Tell me more. Inside job. I take that as corruption. Bottom of the deck. Let's move on.
yeah, I just wanted to play that part. I never really, because it pops up real quick, but I thought that was kind of interesting that he did have where the lights were at from day one. So anyway, going back.
Why not make that known to the public? Why not make that known that they knew where the lights were at? Because it would show up people in high places with that royalty card and the darkness that's going on in the background. That's why. Fraud, cybercrime, interference.
Back, we got 1,000 people in here. Thank you guys so much again. Again, I'm playing some of the stuff you may have seen before, but we're gonna play more stuff that you haven't seen, and I'm also gonna run some stuff in the negative, which I was.
I think it's a great idea. House sitters get somewhere to stay, and we, the house owners, get someone to look up.
But it is strange why they would park like this with their headlights off, and then literally just back up and then leave. There has to be a reason that they did this.
Why did they park this car in question with their headlights off? What was the reason why they did that? We've got work, and we've got healing, recovery, alignment. Look at the lights on that. That's interesting, isn't it? It's as if they knew which cameras were on, which cameras weren't, and when to turn the lights off and when to not turn the lights off. Look at all the lights in those two cards. Can't make it up, can you? What else?
Which is super odd.
It is odd.
Chick says, Chris, thank you for all the time you put into this. Sebastian's case will be solved soon. Thank you for your awesome work. Thank you so much. I do appreciate the love and support you guys have been giving me.
Will Sebastian's case be solved soon?
Sorry
Let's
about
just
freezing up
confirm that.
earlier. I was
Let's
getting
confirm that
feedback
again.
like crazy.
We got that on our live, so
Couldn't tell where it's come from.
let's just confirm that. Will Sebastian's case be solved soon?
So yeah, this is the floodlight that I was talking about. We're going to
Private
talk about the
property
size of the
meeting.
car and how we can kind of come up with an approximate size of the car. But I think it's a good estimate. Again,
Delays.
not going to
We're
get it
getting
exact.
See, the energy
You know,
changes
there's a lot of
as we
variables
move.
at play.
Tarot
We're trying
reads
to
the energy
figure
whenever
out
you're
this
sitting
car,
down
and
to read
obviously
it.
we don't even really have the outline of the car, but you know, kind of going off what the locals, you know, they say sedan, so we kind of have an idea, sedan. Then I did some experiments with my car, learned some interesting details. If you missed that, we'll talk about that. But yeah, we see this light pop up here, which is really interesting.
Was it a
Which
sedan?
seems like
Was it a
somebody's
sedan?
maybe walking to the car. You know, I think that neighbor, Miss
Was
Bobby
it a
said
sedan?
that they believe that something was going on around the car. So maybe
Outside,
that's
out in
about
the
the time when
open.
that started happening. Then we have this video that supposedly comes last. It's a very short video. And I also ran it in negative so you can see it under two different lights here.
I'm watching a video he has made of a car moving up the street in question.
So this one goes really fast, but notice this is what really, and then just adds to what I did with my experiment, and I'll explain everything and put it together, is notice we only see the light like once or twice. Like, it's so fast, right? And they believed, from coming from the homeowners, they believed that this person jumped the ditch. Which, if you think about it, how long it took them to come, towards, right?
They believe the person jumped the ditch. We got top secret for that. Person that came out of the car. Pattern repetition at the bottom of the deck. Tell me more about this top secret card. Outer space. Something far out. Another one, please, by jumping this ditch. 2 cards turned over. Accident, affair, cheating, and at the bottom of the deck, devil. Something dishonest. Let's look at those cards. Something dishonest. Something collaborating with the dark forces, doing something evil. When I see red, I think murder. And the accident. There's the car. We're talking about the car, coming out of the car. Why the accident card? Forget everything else with those 2 cards, but I need more on the accident, please. 3 cards come out. False gift package and cover up. Okay, for the package, what comes to mind is the body wrapped up. Cover up is sneaking about there. Look at that card. Jump in the ditch because they didn't want to be seen, covering themselves up. That's the only way they could get there without being seen, or at the chance of being seen. And with false, X marks the spot. That's what I heard there. X marks the spot. To get to the spot. Drawn to the X. And with the black tie again, I'm thinking, dead body. Let's continue with the video.
Right, so the first video, it's a good minute and a half long, where we see subject 2 kind of coming across, disappears for a while, then it comes up, so it's like they're walking down in the ditch, coming up. This leaked footage here, where apparently they're going back, it's real quick, and we only see the light like a couple times.
They're going back.
Which tells me that the light is going away from us, and that's why we just don't see any light. And maybe the only times that we see the light is maybe them kind of looking back. So again, it's quick. And then I picked up this light going back, which is really weird. So we see the light here. This is slowed down even more because it goes so fast. We don't see it anymore. It's gone.
Tell us about that light.
And then we see it up here. I'm sorry, I had to play it really
It's
slow.
like a
because
flashlight in someone's house.
you only see
have to
it
watch
twice.
that video.
And then at the end, we see this weird light go back. Almost just like how the first videos, where there's like a spotter or something, you know, kind of making sure, you know, they get back. It's really strange. But
Amazon, home to unmissable offers. Find thousands of great daily deals on Amazon.
yeah, and here's me running it under the negative because I wonder if I could see anything different by doing that. Let me get to chat here, guys. I'm so sorry. Bobby J coming in, supporting the channel. Thank you so much, Bobby. You are awesome. Thank you so much for the support. Purple Freak, great color. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Serenity says, they never said anything about Sebastian taking a flashlight until they were asked about the light video in one of the interviews. Ooh. Yeah, because they didn't do an interview for, what, 8 days? And I don't know,
Tell me about this flashlight that came from a house.
Maddie's mom says, hi Chris, I appreciate all the hard work you have been doing in this case. Thank you so much, Maddie's mom. I've got a lot more. I'm just trying to kind of get everybody on the same page because, again, I saw somebody, a live show yesterday, I think it was yesterday,
Snake.
where they just saw my video for the first time, and so they were breaking it down. So, and even though I've been kind of doing this for 2 weeks, it seems like, you know, more people are getting...
So let's just do a summing up. Did whoever was in the car, or whomever it was in the car, did they park the car and go through the water to get to Sebastian's house? 2 cards. Yes, and digital. They were working the cameras. Wow, there's only 1 yes card in this deck, guys. Thank you so much for that. You have to watch this, the Mob Crew. It's Learning More About Mysterious Car and Light. Sebastian Rogers is the title. You can actually see this car, and you can see whatever equipment he has, you can actually see the figure really quickly coming in and out of the car and the movements. It's amazing. Tell me about what I just said there, please. Hands tied, kidnapped. And more, please. Working it out with school at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, he can't do anything about it. Clean up operation and higher power. Are you telling me that law enforcement know well about this, these lights and what it has revealed? Is that what you're telling me? Corrupted media source and follow the money. That means yes, absolutely, you're on the money, and there's corruption. Was the flashlight confirmation signal that the coast was clear for the driver, whoever was in the vehicle, whomever was in the vehicle, family and more? Another card, I think another one wanted to come out there. Exposed, stalked, followed. Someone watching. Tell me more. water. There's a confirmation of the water. Confirmation. Someone was signaling that this was well planned out. Yeah, deep state. This is well planned out. Underground operation here. We're into the big shots here. Absolutely. Acting it out with that drama, acting out. The sweet card came out in its own. Rival, competition. That's what's behind it. Let's just stop the video randomly and see what we get.
That's my theory on it anyway. Sorry, gonna get back to.
Let's see what his theory was, what he got.
It's you know, bouncing around, and so it makes it really tough on me to kind of, you know, try to fix that so it's not, you know, bouncing around like it does. But I do see what you mean again, and it's almost easier to kind of get a picture of it when it's zoomed out. But again, this video, it starts out zoomed all the way out, and then it zooms in on the vehicle. I think they were trying to zoom in, obviously, to try to see if they could see the car. Unfortunately, it's just too dark, and I'm sure it's probably lost a generation or two. Most I got an email. Let's see.
Thinks it was a Chrysler car.
Right here. What I think probably is going on, this is just my theory. So the car would have been about here, between these two cuts. I'm thinking, and you can almost see it, I'm assuming there's got to be something in this road. As you can see, this road's kind of beat. It's not terrible, but it's kind of beat up. And it dips down. I think it just, the light just didn't capture the cement in the proper light, and there may have been like a divot somewhere in here, if that makes sense.
Supplier. Electrical power
That's my
supply.
theory on it anyway.
Solved.
Sorry, gonna get back to. But yeah, I think maybe there was a divot. This is still the street, and maybe, and also the road kind of comes up. That's also why I think, if you notice, it kind of goes in a straight line, doesn't come out wide, and recreate the exclamation point. So I don't think they necessarily have to be vertical taillights to still create that vertical look.
It says
I
likely
think that's more of just kind
the
of
kind of tail lights with
just
white reverse
the
light
optics,
inside the brake
camera,
light.
and light source. Then a typical sedan is 14 feet long.
Was it a
Examples
typical
of mid-size
sedan?
cars:
Was it a
Toyota
typical
Camry,
sedan?
Nissan Altima, Honda Accord, and Hyundai.
Revenge.
So I think, you know,
Rental figure.
we're kind of getting closer and closer to, and also excluding cars as we go, in my opinion. I think this, and look at the tail light. The tail lights are in the, or the reverse lights are in the, with the tail lights. Ooh. Oh, that's a great angle. Oh, you're so awesome, Joy. Oh, I can't hear what you're saying. Oh, and you're zooming in too. Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Not zoomed in. The headlights.
I don't. Joy, you. This is so awesome. Please, show Joy some love in the chat. That is so awesome. I know you're probably like, oh, we're just looking at a car in the dark. What's so awesome about this? There'll be some.
I'm going to ask about this ego card because the card that flipped over was the devil. So I felt that was KP. Tell me about the devil card. Tell me about the devil card, please. Just thinking back to our live on Sunday. Making a judgment call. Bringing someone back from the dead, you know. Bodies coming up out of the ground. Highlighting that. Wanting victory for yourself. And one more card, please. Plan, working on something from the ground up with that 8 of Pentacles there. Page of Pentacles. And there's Sebastian again. That video was just 3 together, guys. Feel free to whiz on and, you know, find whatever it is you're interested in. I just wanted to jump on quickly and have a wee card pull on this mysterious car and lights, and this guy, the mob crew. Yeah, he's done a very good job. As I say, he's been out in his own car and, you know, going up and down the back road and putting all the light scenes together. So have a look at that, and hopefully I'll give you some insight there, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye.